Let me tell you something I know to be true. Many people don't get what they think they desire out of life simply because they don't allow themselves to experience it. Check this out. So, if you desire something, right? There's no question ever if you can actually have it. There's no question if you can experience that. Of course you can. And technically you already are in your mind. Because if you're even imagining what it would be like to have it, to experience it, you're already experiencing that. You're already there. You already been there. But of course, in this material world, there's a possibility that your ego, your lower self, will get in your own way and block it. So let me give you an example of something that had happened in my life when I was younger, right? So once upon a time, I had came up on, at the time it was the most money I ever had, right? I came up on like $10,000, something like that. So I remember having my hands on it, and it was uncomfortable for me. And it was almost like I didn't really feel like I deserved it. Like, of course, I wanted it, and I wanted to grow it and things of that nature. And that's how it got to that amount, is because I had grown a smaller amount of money than that. But I realized what I did was, like, I remember specifically saying out loud that I didn't really feel comfortable having it. I remember even saying, dang, it's kind of like annoying to have a lot of money. Because, of course, at that time, I felt like that was a lot of money, right? So it was just like, I had been in a territory that I had no experience in as far as having that much money. And I remember specifically expressing, because I remember I had went out to eat. We went out to eat, and I'm talking to my woman, and she's like, well, I was just talking about like coming up on all that money and stuff. And I remember specifically saying it's really like awkward having a lot of money. Like, and I think what I was getting at was, bruh, I don't even know what to do with this money. That's really what it meant. Like, that's what I meant. But I'm thinking what I did was, because I started realizing I didn't understand that I had to give myself permission to enjoy it and continuously enjoy it and continue to grow it and things of that nature, it was pretty easy for me to mess it up. So I see a lot of people, they'll come up on a little bit of money, they feel like it's a lot, and they'll blow it, right? They'll just go balling, go shopping, go out, eat expensive meals, buy clothes, shoes, whatever it is that they want to do, go on vacation. That money get ate up in no time. Poof! It'd be like, damn, I'm back where I started at. And I'm sure most people at some point in life will experience that. So I'm just trying to basically explain why somebody might have that happen. Of course, you can recover from it and just do it again. And the next time you get the money up, just make sure you're making the right decisions, making good investments, and having self-control and discipline, and recognizing the lessons that you needed to learn the first time. I think it's actually important for people to screw up some money before they get way too much. Because if you get way too much and then you blow that, you really gonna be sick. But if you get like a whole lot of money, or what's seen as a whole lot of money, and then you screw it up, right? But if it was only like a few grand, right? If it's just a few grand, you screwed it up, it's like, all right, no big deal. It's easy to recover from it. And you're going to learn a lot of lessons about how your psychology works when you get to another level. So it's actually very important to allow yourself to experience whatever comes with it the first few times that you get it up. You might lose it, you might blow it, you might not, hopefully not. But realistically, most people who get rich can't stay rich, because staying rich is the hard part. And the reason is simply because it takes a different degree of discipline and self-control and a long-term vision and plan. And of course, you have to take action on that plan in order for you to make sure that you don't screw it up. Because usually somebody thinks they got more money than what they really got. Meaning they typically think that the money will go further than it actually will. They think it'll last longer than it actually will. People are so very naive to the abundance frequency and like how to really get to it. I've seen so many people come to a certain point and they just can't get past a certain ceiling. And why is it that some people have what seems to be a ceiling over their head, a threshold that they can't get by? Whether it's, the fact that you've accepted a fixed income and you don't ever really like put your money into any investments in order for you to grow it, or you live in a lifestyle where basically you're always having to go back to the same place because you're afraid to leave and move forward, whether, et cetera, et cetera. But the biggest thing, and I think people need to recognize, is that in order for you to continuously receive abundance, to continuously grow and raise up the frequency, you have got to be the kind of person who allows it into your life. You can't just do it once. You can't just do it twice. You have to constantly be at a high enough vibration to attract abundance. You have to believe that you deserve it. A lot of people don't even feel like they really deserve it. And it shows because very easily they end up giving it all away, spending it all, blowing it, self-sabotaging, basically. That's what I'm getting at. A lot of people end up self-sabotaging. Why is it that so many people self-sabotage when they get to what they claim they wanted? Why would they give it up? I've seen so many people do this with love and like romance. They finally come across a good person. They whole life they've been wishing for a good person. And then they try to ruin it somehow, getting their own way. I've seen it a million times. I even talked to women and I've heard them say stuff like, yeah, I finally met a good guy and I'm really hoping I don't blow it this time, or I'm really trying not to self-sabotage. I hope I don't get in my own way. I'm trying not to push him away and things of that nature. They'll do stuff like, don't text back. Don't let him know that she wants him as bad as she really does. Like, bro, communicate. Don't even communicate and stuff like that. It's so many people who do this on any level in which they're finally getting to what they want. And it's like they'll just get a taste of it and then they like, nah, and they'll blow it. Why are we so good at denying ourselves what we want, but we're not so good at denying ourselves what we don't want? It's because the ego, it's like the survival mentality, right? The left brain, the masculine side of us, the things that we can see. We have convinced ourselves in most cases that we don't really want to do the things that benefit us in the long term because it's less comfortable in the moment. It's so much easier to get that instant gratification for you to just be like, ooh, I'm gonna just go do this real quick and get this dopamine hit, get this satisfaction, etc. Because everything comes at a price. Everything costs something. And if you want to really be like getting it long term, you're gonna have to make sacrifices in the short term. That's less comfortable. It's easier as soon as you get paid, spend that money and reward yourself for earning it. It would take a lot more self-control and a lot more discipline to get the money, don't spend any extra money, and then just go straight into investing it. You just invest all of it. You know how important it is to save money versus spending it when you're at your earliest phases of building wealth and abundance and success? I can't express enough. If you think that you deserve anything from earning your money, you're wrong. You don't deserve anything just because you earn some money. You don't deserve it until you earn the money and then you also turn that money into more money. That's when you can reward yourself. Your investments are supposed to pay for the stuff that you want. You ain't supposed to be paying for the stuff that you want with the work that you did. No, the money is supposed to make money. That is the money you spend. You don't just get it and spend it. And that's the cycle that most people are in. They get paid on Friday, spend it all by goddamn next Friday, just to wait until the next check, and then they live in check to check. That's why so many people live in check to check, because they're denying themselves the things that it would actually take, the choices that they would have to actually make in order to get to the success. It's not gonna come without earning it. You gotta realize it ain't just as simple as, oh, I did the work that it takes to get paid, and now I get to spend. No, you have to have a different type of mentality, bro. You want to get rich, you got to be that person like, okay, I just got this money. How I'm going to flip it? I'm going to risk it again. Okay, cool. I'm about to risk this money again. Once I get it to a certain level, then I can spend this percentage of it, which normally shouldn't even be more than half. And you're supposed to reinvest again. This is a mentality that you have to develop very early on in your wealth building process. Otherwise, you're never going to get very far, because expenses will eat your ass up. Impulsive purchases will eat you up. Anytime that you think something, like, bro, how often have you spent money as soon as you got paid? Like, literally within 24 hours. You can't hold on to the money for one day? Damn. How many times have you done it? Be honest. It'd be like, shit, I just got paid. We finna go out. As soon as you get your refund check, I got my tax refund. We finna go shopping. Come on, bro. Do you really need it? Or are you just trying to fill that void from all of the times in which you had to wait on it and you couldn't get it? So as soon as you have the ability to, even though you can't really afford it, as soon as you have the ability to, you got to buy it. I know so many people who have this problem. It's a generational curse in most people's personality. You can't be that person, bro. That's selfish. You have to think bigger than that, longer term. And you also can't be that person who's just like always trying to do everything right and basically not ever spending any money. Because if you're that person, you're still going to miss the point in life. Because at some point, you got to realize you got enough, you done made enough, and now it's time to enjoy it. Now it's time to reward yourself. Because there's also the aspect of people who basically are so greedy, they never want to withdraw their profits. They never want to spend any money or withdraw from their investments and stuff, because they always want to keep growing it more and more and more. And getting greedy will also bite you in the behind. Because, bro, what you gonna do when you die? You're gonna end up dying and you're gonna be like, damn, bro, I ain't even get to enjoy that money that I made. All of that wealth that I amassed. Now somebody else gonna spend it. That's what they gonna do. Especially if they ain't work hard for it, they ain't earn it. You know they gonna blow it. So make sure you understand having a balance. It ain't just about a whole bunch of saving, a whole bunch of investing, and it damn sure ain't about a whole bunch of spending. You need to be doing this in order to help other people too. Otherwise, you shouldn't even be trying to get rich. Bro, just keep on slaving your whole life, bro. You don't even deserve to be rich. Because if you thinking you just gonna get rich just to freaking go on vacation all the time and buy jewelry, you still missing the point. You done, bro. You got to be doing this in order to benefit the world, benefit humanity. And that's really how you going to get it, is by finding a way to bring great value to a lot of people's lives. Then they're going to pay you a lot. If you ain't realizing that, if you're not bringing that good of value, you're not going to get paid much. And if you're not getting paid much, if you're one of these people who are not making enough money or feel like you're not making enough, know that it's a direct comparison, it's a direct representation of the amount of value you're bringing the world of commerce. Of course, not everything can be translated into a monetary value, but if you are one of them people who got a lot of money, please, for the love of God, look out for other people too. Peace.